Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be so freaking good. I get asked all the time for different tips and things as far as like what really made the biggest difference for me with trying to lose weight, with living a healthy lifestyle, like how I find balance. And there are probably like hundreds and hundreds of things that I could actually list out if I really wanted to that have made a difference. But I really wanted to narrow it down to like the most impactful things that like wake me up every single day, make me feel good, allow me to live a healthy life so I can share them with you. And these are my top 12 that I know if you start incorporating these into your life, you're going to feel so much better. So hit that thumbs up, give it a little click. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, click the red button, get subscribed because I have new videos every single week for you guys. And I'm just gonna jump right in. And the first one, I make a lot of videos about this because that is how important it is to me. And it's having a morning routine. I don't care if your morning routine is 3 steps or 25 steps. Mine ends up being probably like 20 different things I do. And that's just because it's built over time. But over the years, I've crafted these different things that are truly like game changers to set me up for success each day, to make me feel motivated, to help me feel inspired and happy first thing in the morning. It's so easy to roll out of bed and be like, it's another day, I don't want to get out of bed, whatever, and just start the day off with a bad attitude. Like you have to get your mind right, and having little things in your morning that you look forward to really helps make that happen. So for me, I've made my coffee ritual like a ritual. It's like such a fun part of my morning. I try new little concoctions and mix things up, and that's fun for me. So I love having those moments where I can smile, where I can have joy in the morning to set me up. So I challenge you, if you don't have a morning routine yet, to pick 3 things that you can do every day to start setting those new habits for yourself, and you really are gonna see like a huge difference in every area of your life. Number 2, one of the best things I ever did for myself was going off hormonal birth control. So I had been on it since I was about 15 years old. That's a really long time, like 15 years. And, I just having hypothyroidism and everything else, I just hated having another thing I was taking and putting in my body every single day. And I felt like I couldn't even remember how I used to feel off birth control, but I just felt like my emotions were really muted. Like I felt like I was always kind of just like, meh. And I hated that feeling. And I started using the Natural Cycles app, which has been an absolute game changer. So I started that in March of 2019, so over a year ago, and it's incredible. Like it's the first and only FDA cleared birth control app. It's 93% effective with typical use, which is absolutely amazing. I'm not having to put hormones in my body. I'm able to track everything on the app when I get my period, how I'm feeling. You put in such incredible like detailed information. So if you're on your period, it'll ask you like if it's light or heavy. You like put if you have cramps and all sorts of things, if you slept well or not. It takes so much data about you, so it can really help predict like when you'll have your green days and your red days. And it's just really nice to know now. Like I always thought the only way I'd ever know when I was getting my period is if I was on hormonal birth control and saw the little pack. But now, like to the T, I know exactly when it's coming. I'm able to see all of that in the app, and it's been really, really amazing. One thing to know about the app too is you shouldn't use it alongside hormonal birth control. This is all about like being hormones free, and it's for if you're 18 or older. So I'm really, really happy that Natural Cycles partnered with me on this video because it truly has absolutely changed the game for me. I feel like a different person. And the first month going off hormonal birth control was a little bit iffy and like rough for me, but I think my body was just balancing out, and now I feel so even. I don't have the mood swings I used to have at all, and it really has just absolutely made me feel like my whole self. I feel like I was a version of myself, and it was fine, but it wasn't like my whole true self. And I just love that I truly can be like, this is me. Like, this is Katie. Yeah, I cry at like random stuff all the time. I'm a super emotional person. Not like erratic, crazy, but just raw. And that to me is really, really nice to have myself back, if that makes sense. I absolutely recommend getting natural cycles. I'll put a link down below for you guys. I have a code also for 20% off a year subscription, plus you get the free thermometer because you take your temperature in the morning, which is really great, and that's how you like get the best, most accurate information for tracking your periods. All right, the next thing kind of goes along with having a morning routine, and this does not happen for me all the time, but I know when it does, it is game changing, and that's working out first thing in the morning. So like depending on your schedule, working out first thing might not happen. Like you might be a busy mom or have to run out the door to work and like you don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. to work out. I totally get it. I'm not always able to make time in my mornings to work out too, but when I do, I feel so much better. And you guys, when I first started my journey, my workouts in the morning were a little walk at the beach. Like I'd go for a 10-minute walk. That's all I knew how to do. That's kind of where I started, but it's committing that time to moving your body, maybe even stretching first thing in the day, and you feel so much better because like physiologically, you have increased endorphins, which are those happy hormones. You can't help but feel better after you work out. So if you start your day that way, then you have 24 hours or however long you're awake, like 15 hours or so of like positive vibes, feeling better, and really setting your focus and intention for the rest of the day to be on your health and well-being. And if you can't work out first thing in the day, then I'd challenge you to at least schedule your workout. So even if it's not in the morning, take some time, and this will really make a difference for you guys too, to start scheduling them into your day. So if you know it's gonna be in the afternoon, fine, but put it in your calendar, mark it. Like if you're using the Love Sweat Fitness app, you can add it to your calendar and set a time, set a reminder, like do that. That'll really help as well. My fourth tip is to have a GYST day, get shit done day. Like you have to have a chunk of a day or a full day time that you have set aside to get all those little things that get lost in the busyness of a week done. So I'm all about lists. I like have my top 3 or top 5 that I write down for every single day that I'm trying to work through and get done for work and for life. But all of that starts to blend together and it can be really overwhelming. And I remember for so long, I could never figure out why I felt like I was constantly going, spinning my wheels all the time, but not actually accomplishing the things that I wanted to get accomplished. Like I literally couldn't figure it out because I'm like, I'm so busy. Why aren't these things getting done? And it's because I didn't really have a plan. I didn't have that set time to do all those extras. So if you know you're like getting certain things done throughout the day, but there's still those other things out there that you want to accomplish, plan a GYST day or few hours where you can actually dedicate your focus and time to doing all those little things that get missed throughout the week. For me, this is stuff like cleaning out my cabinets, organizing my clothes. Like that's obviously not like imperative for me to do during my week, but it's stuff I want to get done and I feel better about when I do. Like there's nothing more satisfying than a closet purge. Like it feels so good. But if I don't plan that time to do it, it'll just like go on for months and then I'll be overwhelmed by everything in there. So again, it's all about planning, dedicating the time, and you're gonna feel so accomplished when you're like, yep, check, I got that shit done. Number 5, this is probably one of the hardest things I ever did and started to do, truly. But when I did it, I felt so empowered, like I can't even tell you like the feeling of freedom and like body positivity and self-love that came from just making this one conscious decision. And this was when I first started my health and fitness journey. I remember I started taking some yoga classes, like this was maybe like a year into it. Started taking yoga classes and I was by no means anywhere near like where I felt very comfortable in my body yet. I was still new to fitness. I was still really overweight. But I made a decision in that class to wear a sports bra, not a tank top anymore. Like I took off my tank top in the middle of a class. I feel like I'm gonna cry right now. I am gonna cry right now. And it's not something I've talked a lot about, but like I was so self-conscious for so many years. And I think that like builds up and you don't feel like you are skinny enough or pretty enough or fit enough or healthy looking enough or whatever to do that. And then you're in a class with a bunch of other people who are all those things that you're trying to be, right? But I think there was something about that environment and it being a yoga class maybe that I felt so safe, but I finally just like ripped that tank top off. And it was such an empowering moment in my life that like it changed me forever because no one cared what I looked like. No one was looking at me. No one was trying to like judge my body, they were all focused on themselves. And I think we always think that everyone's looking at us and like making like decisions and judgments and things, but most of the time they're not. Everyone is so self-focused, for good or bad, that like they don't really care about what we are doing. And then I realized, if they're not judging me, why am I judging myself? Like, why am I putting that on myself when I have a beautiful, capable body? I'm in this class too. I'm working my butt off. Like, who cares if I'm not where I like want to be? I'm strong and I'm able. And so I did that. And honestly, like, I don't care if you work out at home, if you work out with friends, wherever you are, I challenge you to rip off that shirt, rock your sports bra, maybe a crop top, do something that like kind of makes you a little bit uncomfortable, but see how incredibly freeing and liberating it can be. Like, it is an amazing thing. And then you really get to also watch your progress as your body starts to transform, as you stick with your goals and you get stronger and you start to lose some of that excess fat and you build muscle. Like, you really get to visually see that all happen. And that is a super cool thing too. So I know it sounds like such a minor thing, but it's not. Like, if you're like a woman who struggled with like confidence and body positivity and all of that for a while, like, I really, really know that you are going to have such a different outlook on life and outlook on yourself with trying that one simple thing. And it might be hard the first time. It really might. But I want you to do it and do it again and just own it. Number 6 is have a go-to song, like something that just makes you happy, lights you up, like no matter what mood you're in. So whether you just are like, you're already feeling yourself and like ready for the day, or if you're like in a bad mood, like you have to have a go-to song. Or like in my case, I feel like I have like 5 or 10 different songs that I'm like, yes, and I'll like play them on repeat, one and then the next. Like, I have like playlists on Spotify all ready to go. But you know, there's those certain ones, like whether it's like Justin Timberlake, like Sexy Back, or Pharrell and like Happy. Like, you just need something that is gonna put you in a good mood and make you feel amazing no matter what you have going on in your life. And I do feel like I have different songs for like different moods. I don't know exactly how to describe. There's this one song, Ryan always thinks I'm so weird. It's from like the 80s. It's like Hall & Oates, Rich Girl. I have no idea, but it just like gets me in the soul. It's just like a fun song. So there's just like those little things you have to have where, you know, like you just get happy and are put in a better mood. And I think that like we all sometimes like think like, oh, if I'm like angry, I'm gonna put on some like ragey like blah music. Maybe that works for you. I don't know. But for me, I just need something that is gonna just be like dancey. I can like rock around the house too, and it'll just flip my mood in a second. And if you guys need some help finding songs, I'm gonna put together a Spotify playlist that is all just like happy, fun music for you. So maybe you'll find a new song in there. I'll link it down below for you guys as well. And all my other playlists are on there too. So like if you need like some workout jams, I got you. Number 7 is the most important thing that completely transformed my life and has now been transforming like millions of women. And it's to have a community and a support system. So whether that's for your health and fitness goals or just like your mental health, you need to have a girl gang, like a community of people that you know you can count on to get support, to get inspired, to be motivated by, people who understand you and where you're coming from. And I think for me, I found it was actually really hard to find that in my like local community, if you will. So like the friends that I already had when I was going through my weight loss transformation, I really struggled with friendships because the stuff that we used to do together, like I didn't really want to do anymore. And then it was all of the comments of like, you've changed, da da da, which in retrospect, like, great, I'm glad that they thought I changed because I did. I changed a ton. I became more confident. I became more secure. I became healthier. Not bad changes, but it makes other people uncomfortable sometimes. So having a solid support system of women especially that you can rely on is such an incredible thing. And I didn't really have that at all until I created Love Sweat Fitness and the LSF community. If you guys have not experienced it yet, if you've not really like dove into Love Sweat Fitness, into our challenges, into what this community is all about, start now. Go search the hashtag Team LSF on Instagram. You guys can find each other using those hashtags. Say hello, like follow them, send them a DM. it's an amazing thing. Like, I had Ryan as a support system. I had my mom and sister, but even that's hard sometimes. You don't always feel comfortable sharing all of the depths of your emotion and the different struggles that you have. And so I think that having other women that are going through the same thing as you is such a absolute, like, mind-blowing, game-changing thing. And you might think you're okay on your own. And we all have such resilience and strength within us, which is incredible. But just think about like that times 20, 30, 40. Having more women there who have that same mindset, who are ready to have your back and like push you and support you along the way, like, you're gonna go super far. So for me, that's been the most inspirational thing, because not only has it helped me stay more accountable with my health and fitness goals, but when I just need like to smile, I go and search the hashtag and look at this community and what everyone else is doing. I love hearing everyone else's stories about life and what's going on. I'm able to share my highs and my lows and be completely vulnerable and completely honest and raw. And that's really rare and really unique thing in this world. So get a girl gang, have your community. Like, you're gonna go so much further with the support of other people behind you. Let's talk about food. So number 8, one of the things that has helped me so much is meal prepping. And meal prepping can be super overwhelming, and it can be a lot of work and take a lot of time. And you know, like, if you're not used to doing it, it's kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, it really can be. So one of the things that I started doing that has really been a huge help for me is just meal prepping at least one meal a day. So whatever is the easiest thing for you to do, and also whatever is like the one meal that you're less likely to make. So for example, if you are used to like running out the door and you skip breakfast all the time, well then like meal prep your breakfast, and that way you have that meal ready to go. You know you're gonna be nourished, and let the other things happen. Or if you hate making dinner because it's just usually like a lot of work, like meal prep a bunch of chicken, a bunch of rice, some veggies, like have things like ready to go that you can just throw together, and then it takes the work out of it and you can just enjoy your night. So like you put in a little bit of work up front, maybe an hour or two, depending on how much food you're making and how many people you're feeding. But then you have like days where you have more free time and can relax, and it's really helpful. So it gives you more time for sure, but also make sure you're getting at least one solid nourishing meal throughout the day. If the other ones are kind of snacks here and there, you're throwing stuff together, eating out, like, okay, but it really helps to start to create that foundation for you. And then I'm sure once you start doing that consistently, you can build on from there. But start with one. Number 9, this one is just like, I just love it. I treat my skincare routine like a spa day. I used to just like rub some stuff off, smack some lotion on my face, and call it a day. And well, that's fine, I guess. Like, one, our skin's really delicate. Like, it's very, very delicate, and it deserves and needs really to be like nurtured and taken care of, and not just like smacked and rubbed and all the craziness that I used to do to it. I also have sensitive skin, so I really want to make sure that I'm like taking care of it and being cautious and cognizant of the things I'm putting on it. But at the end of the day, like, taking the time, even 5 minutes, to slow down and just kind of like pamper yourself with your skincare and really rub in the lotions and give yourself a little face massage. Maybe use a jade roller, maybe put on some eye patches. All those little things don't take a lot of time, but it just allows you, whether it's like in the morning or especially at nighttime, like my nighttime skincare routine is really luxurious. It allows you just to feel more relaxed, to feel more calm, to have a little bit of like a like self-love moment where you're like feeling yourself a bit. And at the end of the day, it also is gonna help your skin look better because you're taking more care of it and putting more into what you're doing. So that for me has been a really nice thing because one, it benefits me like physically, obviously, but two, it's more of just like that like mind, body, soul, good time self-care thing that is me time. Like all day long, I'm doing a lot of other stuff for other people. And this is a time that's like all about Katie and allows me to kind of have my alone time, quiet time, and just like go ultimate spa. So I'll often put on like essential oils, maybe some music, have like your jam for your self-care time, and then do my skincare routine. And it really, really does make a difference in my days. Number 10 actually really started recently. This is like kind of a new thing for me, and I love it, and I've been so happy, and I think everyone should do it. So since we've been home, we haven't been able to be in the office for quite some time now. I feel like I've been watching shows that are like a lot of groups of people. So Ryan and I have been watching a lot of reruns of The Office on Netflix, like a ton, and it just makes me laugh so much. And I realized that I sleep so much better and like am just happier when I watch or read or listen to something funny before bed. So I used to watch like a lot of drama, and I don't watch it like right before I go to sleep, but still, like I'd watch a lot of drama, or the books I'd read would be like murder mysteries and stuff, which I still love. But then I feel like I'd stress out. Like I'd sleep like very stressful in a tight little ball, and I'd always wake up and wonder why I was like sore and tense and stressed. Well, it's probably because I was watching really stressful stuff before I went to bed. So I think everyone should listen to, watch, or read something funny, something that makes you smile. So if not funny, I mean, I think funny is the way to go. But if not funny, at least like something happy right before you go to sleep, so you will sleep better, wake up happier, and have way less stress in your life. Number 11 is super similar to number 1, but it is to have a solid night routine. Same rules apply. You don't have to have 20 steps to your night routine. It might be as simple as doing your skincare, lighting a candle, and reading a book. Or maybe it's you untuck your covers a certain way, you do a few stretches, and you get into bed. Whatever it is, creating a routine that you can do every single day before you go to sleep does a lot of things for you. So it tells your body and your mind that bedtime is coming, so it can start winding down. Because if you go from working or watching TV directly and jump into bed, your body doesn't really have time to like transition there. So if you're just wide awake doing something and you're like, hey, night night, like you're probably not gonna have an easy time falling asleep. I've always been a horrible like light sleeper, and ever since I started really having more solid night routines, I sleep so much better. And I think it is because I allow my body to like check in with itself, start winding down, like unwinding for the night, and was really like prepared and ready to sleep soundly throughout the night. So for me, some of my night routine things are my essential oils I rub on my body and have going in the room. It's my skincare routine. It's doing some foam rolling before I hop into bed. What else do? I have like a really like specific like lip balm and like mask that I put on every night. I have my little CBD that I take. So like those things in like order always are checking in with myself and allowing me to be like, yep, it's time to get ready to go night night, go to sleep, and then I sleep way better. So if every one of your nights looks completely different right now, I'm gonna challenge you again. Find 1 or 2 things that you can start doing, even if they take 30 seconds before you go to bed, and do them every single day. Number 12, this is kind of a relationship one, but it also is just like for you, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. I feel like you mostly hear this one when you're talking about like a husband or a boyfriend or something, but it applies across the board, and that is to never go to bed angry. Like literally never. Do not go to bed angry. We talked about watching happy shows before bed, having the routine, all these things that like really help you sleep well. The worst thing you can do for your heart and your mind is to go to bed mad. So whether it's a conversation or an argument with your mom, with a coworker, with a friend, a boyfriend, whoever it is, like you need to resolve that before you fall asleep so that you can have peace of mind and let all of that stress go. Because I bottle up emotions so much. I feel it, I hold on to all these little things, and I will let it eat away at my soul and my mind, and it is not a good thing. So I absolutely can't ever go to bed angry. Ryan and I, like anytime we're annoyed at each other or like anything, we talk it out, we figure it out before we go to bed, because no one wants to do that. But I do that with my friends and my family too. It's just such a crucial part of healing and rest and de-stressing. And there's enough stress in the world. Like, you know that you care about that person. You know you want things to be good. So like just make them good before you end any day. Okay, you guys, so those are my top 12 things that have completely changed my life. Healthy habits that I absolutely recommend you try to incorporate into your life too. And if you have other things that you're like, Katie, this one. Comment down below. I want to hear what you guys do, things that have really like transformed who you are and your healthy habits and lifestyle. And if, again, you're not subscribed yet, hit that red button right there. Click it. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. Liking my videos and commenting tells me and it tells YouTube that what I'm doing is good and you guys want more of it. So please take the time to do that. It really does make a huge difference and I so appreciate it. I love you guys. I will see you here next week and on Instagram. Come say hi at Love Sweat Fitness. Bye.